Ah, there we go. Hello, this is Captain Alexander, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Xenogears. It's time to finally insert Disc 2 and, well, go on with the game. Switch discs. Disc 2, yes, perform this operation. Okay, let's go. Dreaming. I was dreaming. Perhaps it may have been a long forgotten memory. A dream. A memory. Things remembered when one is asleep. Things forgotten when one is awake. Where the deepest layers of memories become the outmost layers of one's dreams. Which are reality, which are illusions. One cannot tell until one awakes. Or perhaps they are at the same time, both truth and fiction. A vast nebulous, with no boundaries, and emptiness equivalent to my own existence. I dreamt such a dream, a long, never-ending dream. Lacan? Lacan, what is wrong? Lacan? In that dream I was called Lacan. I was an artist. I had become recognized as a talented artist, and now was painting the portrait of the Nissan Mother Sophia. Huh? No, it is nothing. Let us finish for today. You look rather tired. Are you alright? I am fine, thank you, but now that you mention it... Shall we stop for today? You must be the one who is tired, Mother Sophia. Enough of that now. When it is just the two of us, would you just stop calling me that? Just call me Ellie, as you used to do in the old days. And you don't have to be so stiff and formal. Oh, alright, very well. No, I mean, yes, let's do that, Ellie. Ellie. There was a time when she went by such a name. A time when we had met up with one another. A time when nothing mattered between us. It was better that way. Just two people, together. It was better to have left it that way. I think I might go back home. Only for a week or so. Oh, really? What is the matter? I ran out of paint, so I need to go make some more. You're going all that way just to do that? If I don't go there, I won't be able to get the right pigments. Oh. Then how about I have one of my followers, the Cahal, take you in one of our gears? You'll arrive quicker and you'll be much more safe. I lied. I wasn't out of paint. I just feared I would finish the portrait. I wanted to keep on painting. Forever. So I wanted to buy time. She'd probably despise me for that. No, she'd probably just give me her usual smile. She was that kind of woman. Dreams. A life of a man named Lacan. And the lives of countless other men. All but dreams. Now that I am awake, those countless numbers of long, heart-rending dreams are almost impossible to remember at all. In those dreams I loved one woman, no matter the day, no matter the era. That did not change, nor did her name. That dream changed me. That dream was the catalyst for me to resolve what my purpose was. I think I know now what I have to do. That long, long memory of a dream. Perhaps it was the memory of my soul. Now we're seeing things from Ellie's point of view. A dream. I was dreaming a dream. Or perhaps it was a memory from a distant past. A dream. A memory. Those words I was unable to convey. That day. That time. Those thoughts I was unable to carry out. Words and thoughts, the connection between the two. Without words, thoughts cannot be conveyed. Without thoughts, there are no words. They are both as vital as each other. They can never be divided, like the wings of angels, like a man and a woman. An unchangeable destiny. Feelings one wishes one could change. Meeting with the person who would change me. And watching myself change. I dreamt such a dream. A long, never-ending dream. And now it's just this scene again, but from her point of view. I'm not going to read it again. In that dream, I was called Sophia, Mother Sophia. A symbolic name, crowned upon the person who would be the people's hope. A name I was destined to have whether I wanted it or not. Okay, just get to the part that matters. It's the same dialogue, same scene, same people, just different perspective. As you might be able to guess, Ellie is also a reincarnation type deal. It's weird. It gets explained later, though, how it works. And why it works, and what the fuck is going on here. Elheim. I've always liked that name, because when I first met him, that is what he called me. That is my true name. Yeah, okay. I wonder when it started. That he started refusing me. The walls between us, our positions, our circumstances. I refused to recognize these. No, maybe it was me. Therefore, I didn't want them. I wanted the two of us to be ourselves. That is what I wished for, so I had him paint me, the way I really am. Dreams, a life of a woman named Sophia. And the lives of countless other women, all but dreams. Now that I am awake, those countless numbers of long, heart-rending dreams are almost impossible to remember at all. In those dreams, I loved one man, no matter the day, no matter the era. That did not change. Only his name. That dream changed me. That dream was the catalyst for me to resolve what my purpose was. I think I know now what I have to do. That long, long memory of a dream. That perhaps was the memory of my soul. Yeah, Ellie and Faye are very similar and yet very different. It's weird. He's finally awake. Here you go. I'm healed. I've been sleeping in this nanoreactor for 3 weeks. Nanoreactor? Who are you? Me? I forgot my name. Some people call me Tora. I seem to have recovered completely. Those were terrible wounds, but maybe your youth and strength helped. But your friend's wounds are more serious and may take a while longer. My friend? Ellie! Ellie. Hey, quit staring at the naked girl and come over here! Ellie? Ah! That was funny. Sounds like something a parent would say. It's like, quit staring at the naked girl, you teenage fool, and get the fuck over here! Faye, Doc! I heard from Tora and hurried right over here. Boy, was that lucky. We were fortunate to have come down near Tora's research facility. What a coincidence! This is now a research facility. It is a man's hideaway. Satan told me about you. I was shocked to see a couple lying down with blood all over them. A couple? At any rate, you had a narrow escape. Hey, make sure you thank Tora. Tora, thank you very much for helping Ellie. Both Ellie and I were hurt so badly. What is that machine? It's called a nanoreactor. There's a device that can rebuild substances at a molecular level. Not only can it just heal humans, but theoretically it should also be able to create many substances. Is that the same thing as that guy in Solaris? I mean, is that the same thing that Krellian is studying? Yes, that's right. I was the one who taught nanotechnology to him. You did? We shouldn't waste time talking about such an unimportant subject. Looks like her treatment is done. Yeah, he probably regrets that. Oh, you don't need to come. Just wait there. Faye? Ellie! Faye, now, why don't you go get some fresh air outside? It ought to ease the shock of the change. I knew it was you. Faye? When you came in the room just then, I was afraid you may have forgotten about me and everything else. What do you mean? I mean, because, Ellie, you seemed a little different than before. Has my face changed? No, that's not it. It's more like... I mean, your atmosphere of impression is different. Just a little. But I felt something familiar. Felt the same way when I met you for the first time. Some peculiar feeling like we met before. Somewhere. That would explain why he knew her name at the beginning of the game without ever meeting her. This reincarnation thing is trippy. Faye. Yes? I don't remember much what happened after we were shot down. It's better that way. But I heard someone calling my name. I felt I was covered with something very warm. I remember that clearly. Thank you, Faye. Ellie. Faye. Hey, it's almost time for you to come back. There's something important we need to talk to you about. Alright, we're coming. Well, Ellie, shall we go see what's up? Sure. Great, they were about to embrace each other and probably express their feelings, and then the age-old cock-block happened. Not just a trope in fiction, it's a thing that happens in real life. Every time you try to actually express your feelings to someone, something stupid happens, and you're just like, can this wait? And I blame it for never getting laid. What can I say? How do you feel now? The fresh forest air should have refreshed you somewhat, eh? Anyway, it's about the removal of the seal. I found out it can be released by using the nanotechnology that regenerated you two. The nano-assemblers are enclosed in this pod. If only we could scatter them all over the world. There's an ancient military installation nearby. We might be able to use the mass driver located in there to launch this pod into the upper atmosphere. Once the nano-assemblers are released up there, the convection currents should spread them all over the world. Wish I could go do it, but I'm getting much too old for that type of thing. Then again, if it's for your future, an old man should not butt in. You young ones must do it for yourselves. Here. And of course, I'm not asking you to do it for free. Try this wristband on. What is that? This is an emotion control device in which nanotechnology is applied. From this machine shaped as a wristband, nanomachines are infused through your epidermis into your brain. There they refine the SSRI intracerebral substances, such as serotonin, that control emotions. Well, I suppose it's rather difficult for you to understand. But in short, it means that the manifestation of your second personality, id, can be suppressed. Id. Faye? Well, it's all theoretical, though. Oh, and I did one more thing as well. I installed the same control device in your gear. You mean it can release id at will? Yes, I called it System id. But of course, it should not be overused. Use it only as a last resort. Ellie, Doc, Hey, there was nothing you could do. It will never happen again with Tora's technology, though. He is one of the 3 Shivat sages. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. Oh, it sounds like we have a guest. Okay, fine, let's go find this guest. Faye, we've got problems. Today, a peace settlement between Ave and Kislev is being held at Shivat. The Solaris' mobile weapons are approaching Shivat as we speak. Please help us! You tried to freeze him and fucking carbonate out of fear, and now that you know that he's your only hope, you're going to ask him for help? That has nothing to do with this young man. Tora! You're getting on my nerves for being so selfish. Satan told me about you. You showed up after finding out that it is now controllable. Aren't you ashamed? You haven't changed since then. You only care about yourselves. Faye, you don't need to listen to these guys who once tried to kill you. But... please go. I'll go to the mass driver. Ellie? No matter what happened before, Shivat needs your help now. Although you may be saving some selfish people, there is still the world and its countries with many more innocent people. Please, don't forget that. Bart and his people are fighting to protect those same lives, aren't they? So please, go help them. Are you sure? What about you? Don't worry about me. I'll manage somehow. All by yourself? I will accompany Ellie. You do not need to worry. I have brought along my own Omni-Gear. Your own Omni-Gear? Yes, my Omni-Gear, Fenrir. It is the same one I brought from Solaris. I left it with Gaspar in case of emergencies. Doc? Alright, please take care of her for me. Ellie, be careful. I will. We are truly grateful for your kindness, Faye. Suit yourselves. Ignis, right? Yes, the goal of the enemy is to destroy the cities in Ignis. They have already destroyed half of Ledovik and will probably reach Nisan in about 4 hours. Shivat will try to drive them back with all the power it has. 4 hours. That's cutting it close. No need to worry. Balthazar and I fixed your gear with the nanomachines. It's much more powerful than it ever was before. Why you should get there in half the time. What? Is Old Man Ball here? Emeralda is here as well. Three weeks, and Solaris has already begun the counterattack. This is lovely. This is incredible. Wait a Meet again. The host of the spirit of the Slayer God. I didn't think I would ever work on it again. But why are you both helping me? There are some things you just can't explain with the word fate. You're just going to have to see it with your own eyes. Faye, going? Yeah, I'd better hurry. Hey, where are you going? Faye, please hurry. Alright. And let's go! That was an annoying, funny coincidence, but, I'll explain later. Are you sure you want to go through with this? You want to live quietly away from the battlefield, did you not? I noticed myself running away from reality. First, I thought my situation was similar to his. I thought Faye would understand my feelings. I didn't know if my love for him was real. I might have been desperate after losing my mother and father. Ellie. Despite all that, I may still love him. That's why I want to see what Faye can do and what I can do. I want us to be apart and think about ourselves again. I want to see how I really feel. You have changed a lot, Ellie. What happened to you in the past 3 weeks? Really? I don't think I've changed. Yes, you have. I should say, you have matured. You're like a mother. Excuse me? I'm only 18 years old. I'm nowhere near the age of being your mother. Sorry, you gave me that impression. That is all. Anyway, Citan, I'm going now. Alright, I will follow you as soon as I finish off here. I go too. What? I go! Emeralda, I can't take anyone else along with me for something like this. I'll be fine on my own. If Ellie go, I go too. Emeralda, I have to go with you. Emeralda? No, Emeralda, go too! Why not let her go? I'm sure Solaris has a hunch about the limiter. They may interfere, so you may feel uneasy going it alone. I think Emeralda is cut out for this job. Besides, she is going to go no matter what. Take care of her until I can join you, please. Okay, you win. Let's help each other, alright? I can do it alone. You just watch. Typical little girl. I can do it myself! Nuke's Planet. Ah, Groff's showing up. I thought so. So you were the one who brought Faye and his girl to me. Ah! It wasn't a coincidence! I realized it the minute I saw the two of them. Why, how could I help but notice? They looked like the spitting image of you and her. Yes, just as you yourselves looked way back then. Groff saved us. Right, Lacan? What do you mean he's still alive? Yes. Ridiculous, didn't Ramses shoot him down? She was also on the gear that Ramses shot down. I won't have her die. But there is already a mother. Although she may be the anti-type, as long as the current mother exists. As far as I see it, that is not complete. Quite picky, aren't you? Didn't you say you threw away all human emotions? I don't care what you think. Anyway, as far as he is concerned, I will put Ramses onto him. Any objections? Where is he presently? Entrononk is destroyed, but part of the memory cube is still active. Translation, we still have save points. We should still be able to locate individuals. Wait a moment. He has left the crash site and is heading towards Ignis. I see. So he has left the area. That means it is only a matter of time before the seal is broken. Did you say something? It's nothing. Just sit there and wait for the good news. What about retrieving the girl? The key is already beginning to resonate. The time of the resurrection is near. We can get the girl any time. It doesn't have to be now. Let's take our time. On my way to Ignis, I re-encountered him, Charon Ramses. Ramses once again stood in my way in his Omni-Gear Vendetta. It was an unavoidable battle. I released a new function that was added to my Mark II gear, System ID. It's pretty much the System ID tutorial. Or what barely counts. Blaze pose a mass power to attack. Attack level infinite! Woohoo boy! Okay, and now we're in hyper mode and we can, well, do all sorts of cool techniques. Let's show off Kosho X. System ID puts Faye automatically into hyper mode. All characters have hyper mode, but Faye is the only one that has guaranteed hyper mode. Goten X. Hyper mode has a chance of activating in the battle. The reason you haven't seen it happen yet is I don't think it's because hyper mode didn't exist until this point. I think it's just probability. Don't quote me on that. I honestly don't know if hyper mode is accessible before this point. I've never tried. I never needed to try. And System ID has Warhol. Vendetta's down. Ramses' absolute confidence was shattered, leaving only his cry of disbelief and resentment. Ramses' machine disappeared into a sea of foliage. Why he was so fixated on me, I know not why, but he did say this. If only you didn't exist! That gets explained later. In order to disperse the nanomachines, Emerella and I head for one of the ruins of the Zeboim civilization, the mass driver facility. And this is one of the reasons why Disc 2 doesn't have nearly as much content as Disc 1, because they were on the time crunch that Square Enix, or Squaresoft back in the day, or now Square Enix, put them on. And they had to choose between finishing the story and finishing all the levels. So they chose the story so everything would make sense. So you get a lot of shit like this where it's like, you know, stuff gets explained but no actual gameplay. Kind of like Chrono Cross, but Chrono Cross, it was intentional. The plot dumps at the end were just intentional. There was no other place to put all the information. Fortunately, the facility was still active, which allowed us to proceed on to the central control room with little difficulty. Along the way, we saw various missiles and giant rockets that were created during the Xenogears era. This is one of the reasons why I want Square Enix to bury the hatchet with Monolith and just do a Xenogears remake. It would be awesome. They stood like tombstones in that ancient civilization. It was a graveyard for a race of people who destroyed each other over pride and arrogance. Once arriving at the central control room, we met up with Satan, who helped us activate the mass driver. We succeeded in launching the capsule containing the nanomachines, which would release the seal limiter. In other words, freeing the people from the yoke of Solaris, in both body and mind. I mean, this was originally meant to be a dungeon, but they cut it. Would have been cool to walk around in there, but no! I mean, Squaresoft couldn't finish it in time. Because they were too focused on Final Fantasy to see the other winner in their midst. Oh well, it happens. Resource mismanagement happens at all companies at some point. Hey, at least we got Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 out of it, so, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Can't have everything. Where would you put it? Well, not all at once, anyway. The nanomachines that were scattered into the upper atmosphere began to multiply and spread throughout the whole of the world. The nanomachines glittered in the sunlight, flowing like a large river in the sky. That glitter would remove the bonds restraining everyone. It was to be our light of hope for regaining back our true freedom. Solaris' mobile surface supremacy weapon invaded the area with great force. Shiva and Nissan Standard Gear battalions were no match against it. It was only a matter of time before Solaris' mobile weapon arrived in Nissan. After we pushed back the Solarian gear units, we headed for Nortun, the Kislev capital's administrative district. We went there to obtain our one and only means of standing up against the mobile weapon. Save current data. I'll make a backup save and keep going. Okay. Backup save here. And time to continue. Continue the game. Start. The Kislev's capital's Nortun Central Administrative District itself was a secret battleship constructed by Bart's ancestor, Roni Fatima, after the Great War with Solaris many hundreds of years ago. The existence of the secret battleship remained hidden. Later, the ship was turned into a section of the Kislev Imperial capital during the founding of the Empire. Uncovering this truth from some ancient records, Bart activated the secret battleship in order to fight against the Solarian mobile surface supremacy weapon. The Sand Cruiser Yggdrasil was actually the center of the command and also the main secret weapon of the craft. awakening from 500 years of dormancy, its true form appeared before us. Commanded by its new master, the secret battleship stood before the mobile weapon with all of us inside of it. Again, this could have been a dungeon, like fighting all Solaris units in Kislev, but again, had to be scrapped. Time constraints. We just get the epic super weapon fight. Battle all the super weapons, fight! Time for ultimate mecha fight! Well, at least they focused on the best parts. I would hate to miss the giant mecha fight. That would, I mean, seriously, giant mecha. Super Dimensional Gear Yggdrasil 4. Hiya! Alright, transformation complete. Come on, monster, let's go. Whoa! This thing's badass! Fort Hurricane versus Yggdrasil 4. Fight! Okay. Take that. This is like, if I remember, it's the only fight in the game where it's like city-sized enemies are attacking each other. This thing's bigger than, these two things are bigger than normal gears. It's hilarious. Oh yeah. Charge, attack, special options. Yig Cannon. Yig Cannon! And that was the finisher. I forgot. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, they said this thing was... The Yggdrasil was the special part of the weapon. So I'm like, okay, I probably should go into special options to finish it off. The Solaris mobile weapon was destroyed, which brought a sigh of relief to the continent of Ignis. Peace was signed, and after some 500 years of division, the land of Ignis once again became united. Excitement spread throughout Ave, Nissan, Kislev, Shivat. The sky shimmered as if to celebrate. By the hands of Eli, Citan, Tora, and Emeralda, the nanomachines had been dispersed into the atmosphere. That was when disaster struck. Our songs of victory were replaced by the sounds of total pandemonium. In the beginning, we had no idea what had transpired. We witnessed inexplicable phenomena. People from all parts of the globe began to mutate into abnormal forms. It's like Krellian planned this. It seemed to be triggered when the nanomachines removed a limiter seal that was placed on humankind by Krellian in the past. The human form with its innate abilities released. That's when I remember what Hammer had said back in Solaris. His words were, what becomes of the normal humans? Damn it, Krellian. So they are naturally germinating because the resurrection of God is near. Those who will become the body of our servant. I never knew so many would exist, even without using the key. But some of them still have not yet begun to germinate. Are they not destined to be the flesh of God? Or perhaps those are the enemies of God? Let us reactivate the strategic points of the Soylent. At any rate, they are just incomplete mutants. They are useless now in their half-finished form. God's apostles, there cannot be any harm in having too many of them. The chains that restrain humankind have been removed because of you. But that doesn't mean there isn't anything wrong with that. Everything is still under control. In the event of the explosion in the capital Solaris earlier, I had set up a nanomachine virus to diffuse into the atmosphere. I knew they were eventually going to break the seal, but the timing was a little close for comfort. The current mutations of the humans are an initial response to the virus. Once the virus we spread over the world germinates inside of the humans, they are no longer the same. They change into a controllable form. We need humans that do not depend on the key's invocation in order to awaken. In other words, a being to take the place of the original body of God. It's like a Trojan horse released at the time of the assimilation with God. A literal virus. But isn't it different from what they intended? Of course, we can't let them have it their way. The Ark of God is mine. Either way is fine by me. I will just side with whichever is the more certain one anyway. The Soylent System, a group of facilities formerly created by Solaris. These facilities existed all over the Earth. It is said that originally these were used for biological experiments and brainwashing. The people who mutated into what were called Wells, or the true form of humans, gathered at these facilities. Some of the humans turned Wells were attacking healthy humans and devouring their flesh and blood. That is because healthy human flesh and blood caused to ease the pain of their sudden molecular changes, let them live longer. Their lives were so short. Soon after, severely mutated beings started to seek the flesh and blood of the less mutated beings. The Soylent System divides and merges those mutated bodies on a molecular level. A set of facilities that recreate a more perfect single life form to be used as a weapon. This was the truth behind the Gazelle Ministry's M-Plan. Damn, it's growing. Go to those facilities and you will be freed from the unbearable agony. So people gathered, seeking a fulfillment of this promise. There is salvation there. The news spread, although no one actually uttered it. Their mutated blood probably told such people to gather there. We went there to destroy the Soylent system. There, humans fought amongst themselves greedily for limited pardons to live. It was an ugly battle to keep on living, or so it may have seemed to the casual passerby. But to me, they were desperately trying to live. It was each person's natural human form. There were the haves and the have-nots. And among them were some of my former friends from Solaris. Oh, it's just Ellie speaking. Oh, well, I was using Faye's voice, or the default voice, the protagonist's voice, because I was like, I have no idea who was talking. They wanted our flesh and blood. They told us the haves and should share with the have-nots. They asked if a have, such as myself, could understand their pain. I couldn't answer. No matter what I said, it would have sounded like a conceited have speaking. Even so, I wanted to relieve their anguish, and I decided to do so. Just like the person in the memory of my dreams, in the distant past. Then suddenly, the system went out of control. The Sufal mass, a monstrous organism still in the process of amalgamation, broke through the barrier of the light support facilities and stood before us. No longer of human form, that was once human began eating the people gathered there seeking relief. We had to fight it, in order to save the people, in order to save him. The eyes of that which was once human looked at me, pleading for death, to take away the agony. A member change. I want Citan and Emeralda. Okay, that's good. Open menu. Check the equipment of the people here. That's good. Crimson Vest, +2. Evasion ring, speed ring. That's good. Resume game. Resume the game. Okay. I wanted to show off Citan and Emeralda's techniques as much as possible, so yeah. Where in the hell is the death blow guy that I was using again? Ah, there we go. TX. Leg cutter. Damn, this little girl is fucking savage. Okay. Rumble Earth. Got him. I'm gonna bouquet you up. One damage. Pathetic. Haze of fire! Got him. TTX on the little guy. Wave cutter. And bouquet. final technique, Crystal Water. Leg spin. Ooh, that nanomachine colony does some damage. Whoa, Zeta Sol, get up, Faye. Hammerhead time. X. And then back to Festive Wind. Oh, he absorbs wind! Oh, that is a problem. Grand Arm. Well, I'll use Dark Beast. Whoops. That's our final technique. Oh shit, dead. Zeta Sol, get up. I can't use Fuke, it absorbs wind. I'm gonna have to use something else. Grand Arm was the one I wanted to use. Triangle Square X. Okay. Square Triangle X, Divider. Faye is down again. I need a Zeta Sol. Okay. XX, Flying Arm. Okay, if it absorbs wind, then let's try Rumble Earth. You're weak to Earth, aren't you? Come on, be weak to Earth. Oh, it absorbs Earth. Fire. I have a feeling it's going to absorb all the elements. But I have to try. Kake! It absorbs all elements. Confirmed. Fuck! Zeta Sol. So I can't use the elemental death blows. I have to use XX. Mayogetsu. Emeralda is actually a very good choice for DPS then, because Tornado Hand's wind elemental, but according to this, they're not sure what element ray count is, if it even has an element. I'm thinking light, don't absorb light if that's the case. Ray count. It didn't absorb dark beast, because everyone thinks that they get dark, so don't absorb light. There we go. And then, shit, I have to do Mayogetsu again. Finally, a boss that requires some amount of death blow knowledge and strategy. Aha! And then you, I'm gonna have to do Toho. Got him. Pilot shield, gold nugget. Citan, please lend me your sword. She cuts herself.
I'm sorry.
The lip syncing is terribly off.
All I can do for you now is ease your wounds.
PlayStation 1 voice acting and lip syncing.
I'm so sorry.
Ellie. You...
Please, listen to me. Stop fighting amongst yourselves. We are all humans. This facility was built by the Solaris Ministry. It was created to implement their no-waste plan. Such facilities were to convert mutated humans into weapons that serve as tools for their ambitions. Just one part of their overall plan of racial purification. Of course, once you enter their umbrella of protection, you can avoid absolute death, but is that human life? Even if you are the only one left, you're devoid of a heart. What does it all mean? All of you want to be loved, needed by someone, so we look to others. By ourselves, we are lonely, so we try to draw close together to live. That's what it means to be human. That's how people live. A single hand cannot clap. To relieve your pain, I'll give however much of my flesh you need. Therefore, don't throw away your dignity as humans. Don't let go of your human heart. Ellie, are you okay? What are you doing? You think I am doing something foolish? No. I only did what I could. Maybe I'm a hypocrite, well-to-do have. Maybe it's only pity for the have-nots. But if I could know the joy of giving out a little of the life within me, maybe someday it just may be possible that one human can truly give love to another. People can do it. I truly believe they can. That's why... Ellie. After that, we went from place to place, destroying all the Soylent System facilities located on the surface of the Earth, and freed the people held at each of the locations. All the people that had been mutated were taken in by Nissan, where they received treatment. Those who had mutated only mildly were treated with Tauros nanomachines, which reconstructed and revived them. They were able to return back to their normal bodies. Fortunately, there were some that had such accelerated symptoms that their treatment was not as promising. Trying to bring them back to a form that resembled a human was the best that could be done. However, mysteriously, they no longer fought each other for survival as they did when they were held by the Soylent System. Of course, their recovery from the physical pain and the mutations may have played a factor, but it wasn't only that. The majority of the people received by Nissan were those that had been admonished by Ellie and had regained their humanity. Between her work in destroying the Soylent System facilities, Ellie also went around and nursed the people in Nissan. She aided the bodies of the mutated and lent an ear to those who had no other place to go for help. She was the very image of the woman who created Nisan, Mother Sophia. It became rumored that Ellie was a reincarnation or a second advent of Sophia. Gee, I wonder what would give people that idea. Go to Nisan and you will receive salvation. The news seemed to spread further about and people came from all over to be saved, both physically and spiritually. Free from the supervision of Solaris, the surface dwellers began to unite in one place. The germinating of those destined to be the body of the servant of God. As before, the humans are gathering in Nisan at this rate. Not to fear, this might actually be helpful for us. The time is near. Should we not prepare for those who are to become fleshly, the fleshly body of God, and those who awaken God? The time has come to activate the Geisha Key. What? Kane? What more do you intend to do? I cannot allow you to use the key. Kane, what are you doing? Without the resurrection of God, our purpose cannot be fulfilled. Or are you planning on perishing with God? Kane, without fulfilling our purpose? Your purpose? You were fated to it from your birth. Why haven't you realized that it does not arise from your own free will? I've heard enough. Yes, this is of our own volition. If you still insist on opposing us... Have you forgotten? You are my subordinates. I can destroy you if I so desire. We have already done our part. It's time to pass the helm to the next generation. The people will not perish. Although the initial impact of being released from the limiter seal caused some momentary chaos, everything slowly began to settle down. We then began to search for the anima relics, the catalyst to transfer gears into omni-gears. In the past, the relics have been recovered. It is said that about half of those are in the hands of the Ministry. According to Zephyr, there should be several more relics hidden in the land. We knew then that Solaris would most certainly be searching for them. There was no way we could have allowed Solaris to have them. We visited the place where, using archaic records, Zephyr and her people had been able to get clues on the whereabouts of the relics. Following the information we obtained from there, we headed towards the ruins of what seemed to be an ancient civilization. Okay. Faye, Citan, Emeralda. I'll just keep using this party. I like this party. Okay. Sweet. An actual dungeon. They didn't cut out all the dungeons. They just, cut out most of the dungeons. Received Starlight. It seems to be a place for gears. I should probably... actually disembark from the gear so I can get the chest. Received Ether Guard. Oh yes, a party cube. Just in case you're not satisfied with your current party, and I'm not. I want Ellie in the party. Instead of Emeralda, because, well, she's the one with my ether doubler. Shopkeep Johnny. Whoa, I'm not the enemy. My family's been merchants for generations. We got our own ways to fight. This is my battle. Want to buy something? I even service gears. Gear. Since I'm in a gear-based dungeon. Tune-up. Engine. The S50. N55. 5800 fuel. 60, that's just better. Frame. Well, tall. 21200. Okay. Z alloy 5020. I have a Z alloy 6025, which is there. Okay. Store HP. Virge. S50 6600. Frame. Virge 17000. Armor. Z alloy 6025. Tune up. On volley. Okay. The S50. Rig 22,200. 6025. Tune up. Rinmazzo. Engine. S50. Rinmazzo 20,800. 6025. Tune up. Steer. Engine. S50. Steer 20,000. 6025. Tune up. Crescents. Okay. Oh, she has that equipped. Is there a Crescents upgrade? Yes, 17,200. Armor. 6025. She has that already. And finally, Sibzen and Fenrir are the last ones. Okay, she has that already. 17, 20,000. 22,000, okay. 60, 25, that's better. Tune up. Then Fenrir. The S50. Heimdall 19,000. And RX Metal 60. I'd rather have 6025. Fenrir is ready to go. Character. Item. Time to buy. Restock on Zeta Sols. Aegisol, Omega Sol. Restock on those. No. Oh yeah, I still have those in the cart. Heh. Now, purchase. Sell some items. Some hob steaks can go. Gold bullion. Gold nuggets. Hob meat. Scales. Eyeballs. Sell that off. Accessory. Wonder Whip. I'll buy one. Yamane Sword. I'll buy one. X ammo. A ammo. Godson ammo. I don't have any thing for that weapon. Shotgun G50, 70, 80. I'll buy some of that. Not Terra ammo. Not Pyro. Hydro. Black leathers. That's good for everyone, so 9 black leathers. 9 black helmets. Power ring S, I'll have one. Stem ring S. Speed ring, I'll have another one. Guardian ring, I'll buy another one just in case. Evasion ring, I'll buy another one. Bodyguard, I'll buy that. Mind guard, I'll buy that. Yes, I'll buy all of that. And forget it. Thanks for your patron. And, well, time to save and end the stream here. Tomorrow I'll be doing this dungeon. Oh, great. Come on, stabilize bitrate. You've got, like, at most 5 minutes left. You can do it! Okay. Well, that's all for this episode of my Let's Play of Xenogears. If you like what you see, then tongue-tied. And please give me a follow if you haven't already. Or subscribe to me on YouTube if you're watching me there. And, well, I want to keep plugging this donation page on my channel page if you want to donate money. In any case, this has been Cat and Alexander. See you later. Bye-bye. But before you go, it's time for me to find a raid target on Twitch. So I'm going to go do that. Anyone playing Xenogears? Other than me? I guess I'll raid this Slamakauser person. Starting raid. Raiding now.